We are going street flocking. Yeah, I'm really nervous and I wish I had a good excuse to not go street flocking, but I'm gonna do it because, of course, it's my year of red shoes and I'm gonna be fearless. So, what is street flocking? Let me tell you before you get any ideas. Street flocking is when I go out into a restaurant or into a coffee shop or just some busy corner and ask people the question of the week. And I'm not sure if I'll be street flocking every week because that seems exhausting. But I'm going to start tomorrow. And my question for my street flocking tomorrow will be, what are your habits that you do every day? Which, of course, that leads us into this week. I'm reviewing the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And I actually wanted to turn it into a week-long review of it because it's such an excellent book. And there's so much that I think we can use at the Fearless Gray age to not just kind of drift into Fearless Gray. It's kind of not do much with our Fearless Gray years because we have the opportunity to do so much and affect so many people still. So I started reading this book and I love it, and I want to take the opportunity to go over different parts of it. Yesterday we talked about the magic penny of life. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard like the story, or not the story, it's like a math fact, really. Okay, so if I offered you a penny or today or $3 million, and the deal with the penny was that it would double every day for 31 days, would you choose the one penny or would you choose the 3 million? And basically, the penny compounding, when you get to day 29 out of your 31 days, you're finally equal to the 3 million. And by the end of the month, it has to be July or any other 31-day month, you have $10 million and they have 3 million. So it's the effect of what you do day after day after day multiplies exponentially. And so that's why it's called the compound effect. And so with the habits that we do every single day. So I know from my Fearless Gray years, and I'm really starting to implement it strongly after reading this book, is I want to make habits that I do every single day. So yesterday I spent a good part of the afternoon like trying to make a routine of things that I want to do every day and how I can the easiest way for me to implement them in my life. Anyways, that was yesterday. If you want more on that, make sure you turn in. But today is gratitude is peace. One of the pillars of Fearless Gray is gratitude is peace. And it's not just gratitude about the obvious things like your family, your friends, your home, your food. It's gratitude about everything that happens in life. For example, like next week when my son goes to college, my youngest, and I'll be empty nest. So I'm going to have gratitude as peace about being empty nest because my children are doing what they're supposed to do, and he was smart enough to get into school, and he has a great roommate. And even though I'll have probably a real sadness to being empty nest, and what am I going to do with my life now, I'm going to have gratitude as peace because I know for all these different reasons. And so one of our pillars is really gratitude because I think it changes the way that we look at every single day and every single situation. And if you're having a really bad day, I've been trying to implement, like for a while, a couple of weeks ago, I was just kind of in a funk, like turning another year, which generally doesn't bother me. And my son's last high school event, and divorce still going on. I was like, nah. And so I started trying to do like gratitude is peace. And what I found is like when I'd start doing my little gratitude, like start just running through things in my mind that I'm grateful for. And when you actually start it, like you could go on for days because you could get it down to such minute details. But when I started to do my gratitude is peace, when I was kind of in a funk, what I noticed is it didn't like take effect right away. That I was kind of like, meh, and all of a sudden like, yay! But what did happen was that like over the course of like a couple hours, it kind of started to settle in. And I'd have to repeat the gratitude is peace a little bit later, but it kind of had an effect that took a little bit while, but had a long-lasting effect as far as my gratitude is peace routine. So in Darren Hardy's book, he talks about 2 gratitude routines that I really wanted to share with you guys because I think they're excellent. The first one was, so his alarm goes off in the morning and he gets out of bed, but what he does is he leaves the snooze button on, so it gives him 8 minutes. And for his first 8 minutes of his day, he does 2 things. And the first thing he does is just a gratitude routine. He runs down things that he's grateful for. And then he kind of does a love routine where he sends love to somebody. And it could be anybody. And just like, mentally sending the love to someone, not like, hey, I love you text. Just, a thought wave of love. But I was thinking how, like, if we think about what we generally do when we wake up in the morning, it's probably like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, or I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, I'm never gonna get everything done. And how different would our days be if we took the first 8 minutes of our snooze and use it for gratitude? Or not even 8 minutes, even if you did 2 or 5, but if you're starting out your day with gratitude, I think it'll have a long lasting effect. Kind of like how I said when I did my routine, it didn't have an effect immediately, but it kind of went out throughout the day. And I could really see that happening with this routine. The second thing he did, I love, which I'm going to do, is he did a gratitude journal. So starting on Thanksgiving, one year, once a day for the next 365 days until the next Thanksgiving, he wrote one thing that he was thankful for his wife. And he said that when he got to be like days 30, 60, 80, it changed even the way he looked at his wife, because you were finding, at first it probably, I think because I'm going to do this for someone, right, to start a gratitude journal, and I'm not telling you who, that you could get to be like 60 days and like, am I going to run out of things? But apparently he said that when he did this, he just started to see all these more wonderful things to share in his gratitude journal. And so I'm going to start a gratitude journal. I'm going to try to put together an ebook of it, and maybe I'll share it with you, because I just think, like, he said his wife said it was the best gift she ever got from him, and he said even better than BMW. But I think when somebody takes the time to really see the good in you and what you're grateful for them, like, what a wonderful gift. So I'd really encourage you maybe to find one person in your life to start a gratitude journal. And maybe if you don't want to do it for 365 days, but even if you did it for 180 or even 1 month, honestly, would probably be a really wonderful gift. So that's just what I wanted to share with you. So Flamingo Lingo for today is, we are a gratitude flock. Flamingos are a gratitude flock. That's our Flamingo Lingo for today. So tomorrow, like I said, I will be street flocking, and today was a test run. And, thankfully, I know when you're street flocking, who knows what'll go on. I'm so worried that everyone will look at me and not talk to me because I don't have my microphone really yet, and I don't have like my tripod, so I'm going to bring a ladder, and I have this microphone here that's attached to my little stand, and we'll see if anybody talks to me. If they don't, we'll keep going. We're not stopping. We're going to keep street flocking until we get people to talk to us. Anyways, have a great day. Flock on. Remember, gratitude is peace.